Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start or attempt to start my declutter series, and I'm not really sure yet how I'm going to break this down because I'm just going category by category or piecing together categories that I think make sense to me. So I don't know if all of my videos will have different intros or if I'll be wearing the same thing in each intro. So if I look like I'm wearing the same thing, it's because likely I shot most of my declutter series in one day, if not in 2 days, so it may end up being a variation, but we'll see. I'm gonna see how much of it I can get done today, but I'm not really sure yet, so I guess that just depends on what happens. But I don't know if any of you have watched my makeup inventory video from last year. The numbers were kind of scary, and I know they've kind of increased. I was gonna do a beginning of 2020 inventory, and I thought long and hard about it, but you know what the problem is? I can't remember, for God's sake, I cannot remember how I accounted for each category. Like I know I had one that was for powder products, I think for complexion, but I don't really know what I had included in that category. So I decided I'm not going to be doing that. I think what I will be doing is I'll be doing my declutter series, and then you can kind of get an idea for what my makeup collection, I hate using that word, what it looks like, and we'll go from there. I don't know if I'll do an inventory video at all, maybe next year in 2021, which is far, far away. But I want to have products in my collection that I actually make use of. I think last year the problem was I also tended to hold on to a lot of the products I know I didn't like, enjoy, or that I wouldn't use. So I want to be a little bit harsh when it comes to decluttering everything that I'm going to be decluttering, and I'm going to try and be really, 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 really brutal with this. There's a lot of stuff in my collection I know I don't use and I know I won't use. There's stuff in my collection that just kind of sits there because there's other products I would rather use. So that being said, let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is currently what first of all, this shouldn't be in here. I'm gonna move that aside because that doesn't count in this declutter video. But this little, it's like one long section here and then one section here, one section here. This little container I got from, I think, HomeSense, which is kind of like Marshall's and oh, maybe Home Goods in the States if you're from the States. But yeah, it's basically like a housewares type store. They've got home decor, organization. So that's where I got this one from. And this is just a dollar store clear plastic container that I have some of my setting sprays in. So looking at this, you can tell I'm going to be going over my foundations, my concealers, my primers, and my setting sprays. And we've decided to categorize these all together because they're basically complexion products or base products that I would kind of all use together per se. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I would use these together. And I'm sorry if my voice is a little hoarse. I seem to be like getting a sore throat, but I don't really feel sick, so I don't know what's going on. All right, let's get into this. I'm gonna first go ahead and split everything up into their categories just on this little fur mat so that I don't ruin my nice rug. And then we'll go ahead and get on with it. So hopefully nothing is missing. I know some of this might be cut out of the frame. Trying my best to make sure that everything fits in. So what I think I'll do is I'll start with my foundations, because I know there's a couple that I want to get rid of for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and start decluttering. Okay, so first I have this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 hour, which we don't even have 25 hours in a day, Comfort Serum Foundation. You know what, I really liked this when I first got this, but this is probably like a good 4 to 6 years old. And I think I did wear it one day and it just oxidized like crazy. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Next, I have the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is a new one in my collection. I just got this when it was on sale at Sephora for about $30. I'm going to be keeping this one. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. You know what? It's a good foundation, I just don't love it. I think I've stated in one of my videos previously that I hate the smell of it because all it does is reek of alcohol. I'm going to be getting rid of this one because I know I won't use it. This is in the wrong category, let's stick that there. Alright, so this is a little mini deluxe sample of the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. And I know in my video, which one was it? Oh, it was the what I wish I bought before I went on my no buy. In that video last year, I stated that I wish I had bought this, and then I got a deluxe sample of it instead of actually going ahead and buying it. So clearly I didn't want it that bad. And I've tried this sample about 3 or 4 times. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know why. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna pass it off to someone else. Maybe my mom or someone will like it more than I do. Alrighty, so this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I feel like I don't wear this enough. I do like it. I just feel like the color is a bit yellow on me, but I am wearing it right now, and I was wearing it just in the clip before this, in my intro clip. So I do actually think I quite like this. I just have to find a way to make it work with my concealers. So I think for now I'll keep this one. This is a Rimmel BB Cream Matte 9-in-1 Skin Perfecting Super Makeup in medium. This I bought on a whim because we had gone on a day trip somewhere that ended up turning into an overnight thing, and I hadn't packed my makeup with me because we were not expecting to stay the night, except we also had bumped into some family at that on that trip. So we ended up spending the night. And then I didn't have anything to put on my face the next day, so I bought this because it was super cheap for like $4 or $5. I don't love it, so it's gonna be going. Next is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. And I feel like I really liked this at first, but I don't really love it anymore. I don't know what it is. It just feels kind of, doesn't really feel like a gel formula to me. New. Heard a lot of great things about this, so I gave it a shot. The one I have is in the color Ginger 06. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This is, I think I bought this like when we first got married, so it's almost 3 years old. Just a little under, but almost 3 years old. I'm gonna get rid of this one. My NARS Radiant Longwear. This is my hands down favorite foundation that I own right now. This one's my favorite. My shade is Barcelona. This one I'll be keeping. Another one I'm going to be keeping is the Maybelline 24 Hour Foundation. I think this is I think the name for this is the Super Stay. My shade is 220 Natural Beige. I really like this foundation. It doesn't feel as full coverage as people say. Like, a lot of full coverage foundations will look like a mask. I don't feel like this one looks like a mask. It looks like skin. I do quite like this one. For a drugstore foundation, it's great. I'll be keeping that one. And then this is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. I think because I got rid of that BB cream and the tinted moisturizer by, what is it, Bare Minerals. I'm going to be keeping this one. I actually quite like this brand, and I like the formula of this. I actually bought this based off of Tati's recommendation, will be keeping this one for sure, because I think I would want a tinted moisturizer type product in my collection. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I really liked this at first when I bought it, and I bought it from the CCO, which is that, what does it stand for? Something cosmetics company? I don't know. They're like an outlet store, and I feel like they sell older shelf products that maybe have lost a little bit of shelf life, so they don't perform as well. I did quite like this at first when I got it. I think I only spent like $18 on this or something ridiculous, and I've used more than half the bottle. I think I'm going to say goodbye to this one, even though I did enjoy it. It's just frustrating because I've lost the top and it's dirty, and I just don't love it anymore. It's not one of my favorites, and I think I need to, you know, diminish the amount of foundations that I have in my makeup collection. Next I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. This one I liked and didn't like. So I like the formula of this, but I don't like the highlight aspect of it, because I feel like it almost gives me a bit of a white cast, and I don't know if it's just that I picked up the wrong shade, or I'm not sure. But I'm going to get rid of this one because it's not one of my favorites at all. And lastly, for foundation, I've got the Fenty Beauty in 280, the Pro Filter foundation. I feel like every time I pick up to use this, it's always winter, and I don't like it in winter because my skin is super dry. I think I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to try and use it in the summer, and if I don't use it, then I'll declutter it in my next declutter at the end of the year. Maybe before the end of the year. Let's see how it goes. And then lastly, I have the Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth. What is this? Oh, it's the Fit Me. Oh my gosh. Basically, it's the same foundation. I have two different shades. I've got 240 Golden Beige and 225 Medium Buff. And I think I bought a darker shade because the lighter one was too light for me. I quite like the formula of this foundation, so I think I'll keep both of these because I can probably use them up. Yeah, so I'll keep those. Okay, so here's my keep pile, and here's my declutter pile for foundation. So I decided to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then my declutter pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got rid of almost half of my foundations, which I think is really good. So let's move on to our concealers. Moving on to concealers, these are all of my concealers. I feel like that's quite a lot for one person. Some of these are not actually concealers, though. They're more of like liquid contour. Well, not all of them, just one I see. So maybe the reason I keep this one, actually, this is by True Fiction. Yeah, True Fiction's the brand. It's called the Triple Threat Concealer. It basically, you can use it to conceal, to contour, to correct. I like to use this one sometimes as a liquid contour, so I am going to be keeping this one, and I store this with my concealers because I don't really have another spot for it. So that one will be keeping. This guy is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and I think this is in the shade CW10 Yellow. This is a concealer corrector. I don't really know what to use a yellow corrector for, and I feel like I haven't really used it much at all, so I'm going to get rid of this guy. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have it in the shade Natural Beige. Oops. Don't mind me. So I have it in the shade Natural Beige, and I think I'm going to keep this one because I wore it with the foundation today and I quite like the combo. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High... Oh my god, why am I reading HD in high definition? It's the HD Concealer. This one is in the shade Medium Beige, and I think I'm going to keep this one for now because I quite like the formula of this. and I think it's closer to my true shade, so I can use it for just like, you know, touch-ups. This is the ColourPop one. I don't remember what it's called. It's in medium 30, I think. I've used about half of this. I think I'm going to keep this one because I think I can finish this one off. It's almost halfway done, if not more. I can't really tell right now. I might throw this into an upcoming project pan. Spoiler alert. So I'm going to keep that one. This one's new to my collection and I spent a lot of money on it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I'm going to keep this. My shade is 7 medium, but I do quite like the formula of this. The only thing I don't like about this is, oops, sorry. I don't like this applicator. It's similar to the Instant Age Rewind, but it moves around too much that it doesn't really stay. Like the Instant Age Rewind one is really stiff almost. It doesn't squish, if you know what that means. Like this one almost kind of gets flat, so I don't like that, but I do enjoy the formula of this concealer and I like to use it with a brush instead, or my fingers. So I'll keep that. This is just a sample of the Becca Under Eye Corrector in medium deep. Now I went and got this sample so that I could test it out because my sister-in-law recommended this to me, and then I used it 3 or 4 times and I went out and bought the full size. So I'm actually going to get rid of the sample and I'm going to go ahead and obviously keep this because this is a game changer. I use this every single day even if I'm not wearing makeup, so that's one of my favorites. I feel like I'm not doing as good with this category as my other one. Oh, here's another one I can get rid of. This is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo. There's a concealer on one side and a contour shade on the other. I used to use this. I don't really anymore. I feel like it's probably almost finished, but I'm going to get rid of it anyways. And it's quite old. I should probably say it's quite old. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy, and what shade is this? Custard. I think I'm almost done this one. It's just the mini size, and I feel like for the mini size it was pretty expensive, but I do like the formula of this, so I'm gonna finish this one up as well. This one is the Instant Age Rewind, which you'll probably remember from last year. I think I included it in my project pan, and clearly I did not finish. We're about down to here. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to finish this off hopefully in the next month or so. So we'll keep that one. This is a sample of MAC Peach Luster. It doesn't really look like there's much in there. I'm just going to toss this. We have a Smashbox Photo Op Under Eye Brightener. I don't really find myself using this, plus I have the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, so I enjoy that more. I'm going to get rid of this guy. Lastly, I have a True Fiction Triple Threat Concealer again. This one's in the shade Orange Corrector. This one I like to use around my mouth area, on my chin, just to get rid of any dark spots that I have. I know, is it Nabella or Nabla? Nabella Noor on YouTube. She used to use like liquid lipstick and like bright reds and stuff to do that, but I quite like the formula of this one, and it dries down pretty quick and stays covered up when you put your foundation and concealer on top. So I'm going to keep this one because I don't know that there's much in there anyways. Alright, so let's take a look. Oops. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still think that's okay because a lot of these are like literally almost done. So I think once I'm done with the Instant Age Rewind, the NARS, and the ColourPop, I'll be good to go. I mean, 2 of these don't even count, I feel like, and this one doesn't really count, so technically I have 6 concealers because I use that one every day, and this one's only for special occasions when I'm going to be contouring and doing major color correcting. Does that count? I don't know. Maybe I'm cheating. All right, moving on to setting sprays. I only have 7, and this one I'm going to be pretty brutal. I think I'm actually going to be able to get rid of more than half. I can actually tell you right away what I'm going to get rid of. This is one by e.l.f. called the Makeup Mist. I don't know. I can't even read it because it's been rubbed off. But it's with aloe, green tea, cucumber, and I think vitamin C and E is what it says. I used the heck out of this. It's pretty much almost done. I can't really tell, but it's like somewhere towards like down here. Like right at the tail end. I don't care for this. I'm not going to bother using it up because I really don't enjoy it. So I'm just going to get rid of it because I've had it for years. Japanesque makeup setting spray. It's an aerosol makeup mist, but the mister is kind of messed up, and I found this at Winners, which is kind of like TJ Maxx, and I'm assuming that's why it was probably there. I don't enjoy this because the mister doesn't provide me with a smooth application of the setting spray, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Another one I'm going to get rid of is the Kat Von D Lock and Load Makeup Setting Mist. I also found this one at Winners, I think, a while back. I just don't like this. I find it doesn't really do anything for me, so I'm going to get rid of this one. The MAC Prep and Prime I'm going to be keeping. It's about maybe a quarter of the way done, but I do really like this, and I like using it to wet my eyeshadows and stuff too, so I'll keep that. The Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. I used this a couple days ago and I realized how much I actually enjoyed this. Feels like it's about halfway done. I'm going to keep this and use it up. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray. I thought I would like this because I thought I liked a matte face, but I realized I actually don't enjoy matte face. I like looking like a freaking glowing goddess. And so I'm going to get rid of this one because it dries me out. Lastly, I have just the mini of the Urban Decay All Nighter. This one also kind of mattifies your face, but not completely. I kind of enjoy this one, so I'm going to keep this because I've already used one up. And grand finale, I have got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, which I think is really good. All right, so I have a lot of multiples, so let me just separate those together. I think those are the only ones. I said I had a lot of multiples, but I don't actually. So, oh my god, my legs are falling asleep. Why does this always happen to me? Okay, so I have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I actually really enjoyed this. I originally bought the mini and I finished about half of it. Oh, I'm not even in frame. But I bought the mini and I finished about half of it, and I realized how much I enjoyed this and that I probably want to buy the larger size, and I bought it during one of the Sephora sales so that I didn't have to spend you know, the full amount on it. So this one's brand new. I haven't even opened it or used it. I'm going to keep both because I know I'll use this up. These guys, the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I quite enjoy this. The only thing I don't love about it is the smell. I think what I'm going to do, because I've already been using the larger size, I'm going to keep the larger size for myself. And I think my mom wanted to try out something that was more moisturizing, so I might give these two to her. So I'm going to declutter those. Let's put those ones together. So this is the Smashbox Primer Water. I guess in the water version, it says water on it, and then it says primer water, so I don't know, but it's the sea salt and lemon. And this is actually new. This came in a 2 set, and I gave the earth one to my mom, so I'm going to keep this because I haven't even used it yet. Let's move those up so you can actually see them. Okay, another one I'm obviously keeping is my Tatcha. This one is not even a year old, I think, but it was super expensive. I spent a lot of money on it, and I actually quite enjoy it, and it's the only putty type primer that I have, so I will be keeping that. This one is the Hourglass Veil primer. I don't love it, I don't hate it, but I've used about half of it up and I think I can finish it. So I'm gonna keep this one and I'll finish that off. The Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This one's just one of those like mini deluxe sample things. It's pretty much almost done. I don't care for this because I don't know if it has silicone in it, but it feels very silicone-y and I don't like that. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. It'll probably be a garbage one. It'll probably be one that I toss in the garbage because there's not much left in it for anyone else to use up. This is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cool Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Like I said, I don't really care for a matte face, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one, even though I kind of want to keep it, but I don't need it. Sorry guys, I kind of lost the frame there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So far this is my keep pile, that's my declutter pile. Alright, so moving on, I have a MAC Prep and Prime sample in Natural Radiance Base Lumiere in Radiant Yellow. I think I might keep this and try it out because I don't really remember how I feel about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one. I have a NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. Don't really care for this one, so I'm going to give this one up. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. This one I kind of like for when I want to just fill in the pores, like on my nose and just on the sides of, or like the very inner cheek area, I guess. So I'm going to hold on to this because I've used almost half of it. I think I can finish this one up too. This one I revisited a couple days ago and found out I actually really like this. It's the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer, and there's no silicone in this, which is awesome, and it's made with coconut water, probiotic based ingredient, and skin revivers. So I'm going to keep this one. I think I can use this up. I feel like I'm going to end up keeping so many. Okay, this is another deluxe sample. I haven't tried this one yet. It is by the brand Stellar, and it's the Brilliant Primer. I've always wanted to try this brand, so I think I might hold on to this one, but I won't open it until I'm actually done with something else. And another one I'm keeping, which is new, is the Ilia True Skin Radiant Priming Serum. I want to keep this because I want to eventually try and convert my collection to clean beauty, and this is a clean beauty brand, so I want to see if I enjoy this enough to want to buy it later on. And lastly, there is a very tiny bottle of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I've got less than half left in it, but you know what? I don't see myself using this, so this guy's gonna go. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So not the best. I'm very primer heavy. I don't understand that, but I like this one as a moisturizer anyway, so I'll always use this with another one. But yep, that's what that is. So I'm gonna move everything into my organization thing that I had, and then I'll show you what the end result looks like. Alright guys, so here it is. This is what my little makeup organization thing looks like. So I did empty out this little plastic container. Don't have anything in there now. So this guy holds all of my foundation, all of my primers, all of my concealers, and all of my setting sprays. It's kind of overflowing, especially here in the primer area, but because I will have an everyday makeup section, and I will also be putting some of these products into a project pan that's coming very soon. it probably won't look this bad. So maybe I can do like an updated video about it, or I can do like a vanity tour to kind of show you how I organize my makeup once I've got it all figured out after my declutter series is done. And then you can kind of see how it looks once I have everything moved out and where it needs to go. But for now, this will work for me. Okay guys, and really quickly, here is everything that I'm getting rid of. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but I still feel like I did really good considering I was able to get rid of that one container that was overflowing with my setting sprays, and I was able to fit my setting sprays into my other organizer. So I hope you enjoyed this declutter series, or this part of my declutter series I should say, since this is the first. I will have other parts coming up soon, including the rest of my makeup obviously. And I will probably do a nail polish declutter video as well, because I have a lot of nail polish and I feel like I don't really use all of them, so I think I'm going to do one of those as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one for skincare yet, but we'll see when we get there. You'll find out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're looking forward to the remainder of my declutter series, because I sure am. I feel really good about what I got rid of and what I'm keeping, and I think this will make it a little bit easier for me to actually go ahead and use some of my products. Yeah, I think this will actually make it a lot easier for me to use up my products, because now I kind of have a better sense of what I have, and I'm not so overwhelmed with like 12 foundations and 7 setting sprays or whatever I had. Now I only have 3 setting sprays, and I feel like that's a lot more doable. Like I feel like I can actually use things up, and then I'll be able to try something new once I'm done with those. So if you did enjoy this video, you know what, also I just wanted to touch base, because after editing my last video and the one before that, I realized I say a lot, and I find it really annoying. So then I'm sure a lot of you find it really annoying too, and if you do, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try working on that. See, there I go again. Now I'm gonna catch myself doing it. I feel like it's just because I'm still really, I don't want to say, well, I am new to this. You know what, I am new to this, and I feel like that's why I do it, because I don't feel very comfortable sitting in front of a camera alone in a room in, you know, the basement of our home, talking to no one. Well, talking to you guys, but you know what I mean. It's just, it's really weird, it's really new, it's different. It kind of gives me anxiety. I don't really want anyone to walk in on me doing this. I haven't really told anyone about this channel. Like a few of my friends know, a few of my coworkers know, but none of my family knows. My husband knows, but that's about it. But I just, this is something I just wanted to, you know, try out as an outlet for myself, and if it hits off, maybe someday they'll find out too. But I just don't know if it's something that I can consistently commit to right now. So when I have things like that that are goals, I like to do them quietly, and so that's kind of why no one really knows yet. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button down below, leave me a comment. Maybe you can let me know what you've decluttered, or if you're going to be decluttering anything, or if you just posted a declutter video, let me know, because I'd love to watch. That being said, if you're new, I would love if you subscribed. You don't have to, but you can always come back and watch another video if you wanted to. I hope you enjoyed this part of the declutter series, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.